One Bump Too Many, written by Richard Jordan. So Topham Hatt's engines were proud to work on the island of Sodor. Though the railway was very busy, the engines worked together to get the work done. Each engine had their own unique strength to allow them to perform their individual duties with ease. Some engines, like Thomas and Percy, were small and well suited for the lighter branch line work. Engines like Gordon and Henry were big and strong and designed for fast mainline traffic. James and Edward were mixed traffic engines and could pull big and small trains equally well. There were other important members of the railway too, such as the coaches and trucks. Without their ability to hold passengers and goods, it would be impossible to travel or move necessary supply across the island. Unfortunately, the engines often forget to recognize their coaches and trucks for their contribution. There was once an old fan who lived on the island. He spent his days moving from one side of the island to the other, being loaded, unloaded, and loaded again. It was not hard work, but it was lonely. He never got as much as a hello from the engines. He was not prone to mischief like some of the other trucks, but he was often bumped only because that's just the way the engines treated trucks. One day, James was at the big station repairing a slow goods to be taken to the junction at the end of the line. He hated it. "I'd much rather be pulling the express," he fumed. James bumped the trucks furiously as he arranged them into a near line. Come on, he screeched. "I shan't have any silliness today. I want to finish before nightfall." James grumbly, dreadfully shunted the last few trucks in line, a few loaded flat wagons, and the old fan. The fan felt sad. He had barely moved and was already being harassed. He wanted to say something to James, but he knew he'd only get bumped again. "Why so glum?" called a friendly voice. The fan looked over and was surprised to see Gordon and Henry sitting in the yard. He was not accustomed to being addressed by engines, especially big engines. I, the fan stuttered. "I'm just tired." Gordon chuckled. "Tired of being bumped? James is the worst of that." The fan hadn't received as much as one shred of compassion before. He felt warm inside. "Yes, we get bumped a lot. Sometimes we didn't get bumped even if we did nothing wrong." Henry and Gordon were embarrassed. "I'm sorry, my friend," Henry said. "We were taught that we assumed that the trucks were going to misbehave, and we should bump them no matter what. We are so used to doing this that we never stop to think how it affects you," Gordon added. "Well, we're sorry for acting up so often. I think that because we never get to know you that we feel like we must misbehave for you to notice us." "We have no idea that that's why you act up," said Gordon, astonished. "How can we help you that you feel more comfortable?" "We would appreciate it if you took some time to talk to us during your day," the fan said. "We should feel much more included." "Of course," said Henry. "That would be our pleasure." The fan simply beamed. The signal dropped and it was time for James and his slow goods train to leave. "Thank you for talking to me," the fan said. "The other engines ignored us. It makes me feel good to know that not all engines think we're silly." "Not at all," Henry replied. "We're glad to have a new friend." James, while waiting for the signal, had overheard the entire conversation and felt awful about it for the rest of the journey. At the last station, after he set down his trucks, he spoke to the old fan. "I am so sorry for bumping you earlier," James said softly. "It's okay, I'm just pleased to be talking to you," the fan smiled. The two chatted for a while, and James left to go back to his sheds. The fan felt a renewed sense of purpose. He no longer felt like he was a cog in the system, but a true member of the team. For the first time in his long life, he looked forward to going out again tomorrow.